as well because she's no longer here. But I just want to let you know that God's got this. Don't worry about it. God's got this. God's going to see us through this day. I know it's going to be kind of emotional for us because, Mother's Day and Father's Day is one of the worst times of the year for me to cope with because I no longer have a mother on this earth and I no longer have a father on this earth. But I have to realize that, that God's got this. No matter what I'm feeling on the inside, or no matter how much pain that I'm feeling on the inside, or no matter how much I'm hurting from missing my mom on today, I just have to know that God's got this. So I want to send this message out to someone that's in the same category that I'm in today. Maybe you're in the same situation that I'm in and your mother's no longer here on this earth. But I just want to let you know, God's got this. No matter what you go through today of missing your mom, not being around or not being able to call her and wish her happy Mother's Day or whatever the situation may be, God's got this. And now we have to go back and we have to reach that happy place of when our mother was here on this earth and using visualization to think about the good times and the good things that we shared, with our mother when she was here on this earth, if she's no longer here on this earth today in the physical realm. And we have to always know that our mother is always with us because she's always in our heart. She's always going to hold a special place in your heart forever. And you're always going to be able to cherish the memories that you have of your mother in your heart. So if you're going through some things, stress, anxiety, or whatever today, and you're feeling very emotional and whatever the situation may be, I just want you to know that God's got this. Just trust and believe in God and trust God that he will get you through this day. Because like I said, today it's an emotional day for me. And that's the reason why, I decided to make this my morning life wake ups this morning, as far as God's got this, because I'm reminding myself that God's got this. God is going to see me through this day, even though I'm missing my mom, even though I'm having thoughts in my head of, knowing that I cannot call her, knowing that I cannot wish her a happy Mother's Day. But I do know one thing. I know that she's up there in heaven and she's shining down on me right now. She's my guardian angel and she's looking over me and she's protecting me and she's doing all the things that she can to keep me sane on this day. And she's saying to me right now, Greg, don't worry. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this day. I may not be there in the physical realm, but I am there in the spiritual realm because I'm in your heart. I'm going to be in your heart forever. So I'm just saying this to all the people out there today that no longer have their mother on this earth today, on this day, on Mother's Day. When you start to feel a little bit emotional and you want to cry or whatever the situation is, it's all right to cry and it's all right to get things out of your system when you're feeling sad and lonely because we're all emotional and we go through certain emotional things in life. But there's times and points and times in our lives that hit us harder than other times. And it's like today, this is a day that is difficult for me, and it's difficult for me each and every day, each and every year that Mother's Day comes around, because like I said, my mother's no longer here in the physical realm of the earth, and I can't call her, or I can't go visit her, but I do know that she's in my heart. And I do know that while I'm saying these words within this morning life wake up, I do know that she's watching over me in heaven. And that's what I want all the people out there to know this morning. If you're feeling a little down and you're feeling a little, sad or whatever, just know that God's got this. God is going to get us through this day because this day is very emotional to me too. And that's the reason why, like I said, I decided to make this my morning life wake ups, that God's got this, because I have to remind myself, that God's got this, because I'm feeling very emotional because I'm missing my mother. So I know how you're feeling if you no longer have your mother on this earth. But I just want you to know that God's got this. No matter what we go through in life, there's nothing that is more. No, there's nothing that God cannot see us through, no matter what the situation is. Like an emotional time, like right now doing Mother's Day, like the way I'm feeling right now, God's going to see me through this day because I trust in God and I believe in God, and I know that God's got this. And I want to say the same to the mother, to all the people out there today in the world, across the world, that no longer have your mother here in the physical realm, to where you can call her and wish her happy Mother's Day, or you can go next door and visit her and give her a hug and wish her happy Mother's Day and give her gifts and all that. But this is what I want you to know. I want you to know that God's got this, no matter how you're feeling. But I also want you to know that even though you don't have your mother physically here, just know that she's in your heart. And I also want you to celebrate the people that you have in your life that are parents today, that are mothers today, that you know and you love, your family, your friends, whoever it may be, and call them and wish them happy Mother's Day and tell them how much you love them and all these different things. Your sisters, your sisters, you know, call them and tell them and wish them all happy Mother's Day, and all the family that you have across the world, and let them know that you love them and wish them happy Mother's Day. And that will give you that sense of comfort to where you won't be missing your mother so bad because she's not here in the physical realm for you to hug her and call her and wish her happy Mother's Day and all those different things. But you will get a connection of love from those people that are here on this earth. So celebrate the mothers that are here on this earth. If you have sisters that are mothers, call them up and wish them happy Mother's Day, and send out a text, whatever you have to do, and wish them happy Mother's Day and celebrate them, because I know that this is an emotional time if your mother's no longer here on this earth, like it is for me. But I have to realize that I have to do what my mother would want me to do. And I know if my mother was sitting right here next to me right now, she would not want me to be sad. She would want me to move on. She would want me to be happy on this day. And she would want me to celebrate the people that I do have on this earth that I can wish happy Mother's Day to. So that's what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake ups. If you're feeling a little bit emotional because today is Mother's Day, just remember that God's got this. You know, that was one of my, God rest my sister's soul, Iris Jean Foxworth. That was one of her most important sayings. She would always say that no matter what she went through, she would always say, God's got this. So I'm using my sister's words, God rest her soul, and I'm saying, God's got this. See my shirt? God's got this. We made these shirts for her in her passing when she passed on to transition to be with the Lord, because this was her favorite slogan. And I'm saying it to you, God's got this. No matter how emotional you're feeling today, because it's Mother's Day, just know that God's got this. God is going to see you through this day. I know this day may be a little bit emotional for you, because it's emotional for me, because it's always emotional. Once you lose your mother, you learn how to deal with her not being here in the physical realm, to where you can hug her and wish her happy Mother's Day, but you always hold that special place in your heart for her. And on today, I'm saying to all the men and the women out there that no longer have their mother here on this earth in the physical realm, to where they can call them and wish them happy Mother's Day, I'm just saying, just think of a time, when you feel sad today from missing your mother, think of a time when you had the most happiest time with your mother. Even if it's a time when you have to go back and revert to your childhood or growing up, the most happiest time that you had with your mother when she was here on this earth, the most happiest time, the most happy thing that you did, all the things that you did with your mother when she was here on this earth. And that will give you joy, because like I said, when I'm sad, I think of the good times that the Lord blessed me to have my mother on this earth, and all the things that she done for me, from raising me from a child up until an adult, putting me through school, and giving me the knowledge to go out there and succeed in life. And I thank God for that. I thank God for her knowledge and her wisdom that she gave me while she was on this earth. And that's what makes me know that how I'm feeling today, even though I'm feeling emotional and I'm missing my mom real bad, but I know that God's got this. I know that God is going to see me through this day. So I'm just saying to you all this morning, if you no longer have your mother on this earth in the physical realm, just know that God has got this. God is going to see you through no matter what you're going through. Right now, you may be going through the emotional time of missing your mother, and you feel sad, and you probably broke down and cried in tears this morning or whatever, or you may feel sad right now, or you may feel some type of emotion flowing through. But I just want to let you know that God's got this. God is going to see us through this day. I mean, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm missing my mom like crazy today, but I know she's in my heart. And then I use that in visualization to visualize inside of my head and picture the happy times that I had with her. You know, like all the happy time that I had with her when, like, say, for instance, when I was younger and, you know, and I wasn't old enough to go to school and I had to stay at home with my mom, and the happy time that I had with her when I was in behind her in the kitchen, pulling on her dress tail when she was in the kitchen cooking and all those good things. Those are my happy moments that I have. And those are the memories that I cherish, you know. And then all the other times, you know, when mom would you know, watch her soap operas and I would be sitting right there on the couch, you know, by her watching her soap operas. Those are my happy moments that I have. And that's how I know that God has got this and God is going to see me through this day, no matter how emotional that I'm feeling from missing my mom today, on this day, on Mother's Day. So I'm saying all that to all the people out there, all the men, all the women, everybody that does not have a mother on this earth physically, and their mother has transitioned on to be with the Lord. I'm just telling you right now, this is how you get over the emotional state of missing your mother on this day. Think of those happy times that you had with her. Think of those times and all those situations, you know, when your mother was there for you. You know, when you certain things happen in your life and you needed your mother and she was right there. Think of those happy times and those smiles, and using visualization to go back and create those memories inside your heart. You know, because all those memories that I have with my mother, you know, when she was here on this earth and all the things that she done for me, I have those inside my heart, and they're precious memories, and I cherish them to the fullest and to the highest point of life, you know, and that's how I get past this emotional state today, because it makes me smile when I use in visualization and I put pictures, you know, in my head of the things that me and my mom did, you know, when she was alive. You know, I remember back when, you know, when I was young and I was I'm the baby out of the family, out of all the kids, and I was young, and we used to have to walk to church, and my mom, you know, she used to have to tell, you know, my sisters and brothers, hey, pick that boy up, he's getting tired. And they used to have to, you know, back and forth carry me because I was young and I was the baby of the family. But my mother, she was always there. She was always that strong. She was always that strong, dominant woman that was there to protect me when I needed. She protected me by telling my sisters and brothers to pick me up when my legs got tired from walking, because we used to have to, you know, walk to church, you know, back when I was younger. But I hold all those memories deep in my heart, you know, and that's what gets me through this day. So I'm saying to you this morning, if you are missing your mother and your mother is no longer on this earth in the physical realm, I just want you to know that God's got this. No matter what you're going through, no matter how you're feeling right now, just know that God's got this, and God is going to see us through this day. Because I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm really emotional as well. But you know, it's putting a smile on my face, being able to express myself to the public about how I feel on this day. And I'm hoping that what I'm saying is helping someone else that is missing their mom the same way on this day as well. Because, you know, like I said, you always cherish the memories of your loved ones when they pass on, and you always want to think about the great time. You know, and another person I'm missing my sister today, you know, Iris Jean Foxworth, because, you know, when my mother passed away, she became the second mom, and she was the one that, you know, that held us together. You know, she was the one that said, hey, we need to start getting together more as a family. We need to start doing family trips and all that. So I'm very emotional, but I know that God's got this. I know that God is going to see me through this day. So I want to say to you this morning, God's got this for you too, because we serve the same God. The same God that woke me up this morning, woke you up this morning. And the same God that loves me loves you. So if God can help me through this situation of feeling emotional on Mother's Day and missing my mother, then he can help you as well. So I just want to let you know that God's got this. I just want to let you know that no matter how much you miss your mother on today, if she's no longer here within the physical realm and she has transitioned on to be with the Lord, I just want you to know that your mother right now is looking at you and she is watching you, and your mother wants you to be strong on this day. And that's what we have to do. We have to be strong for our mothers on this day and not break down and be able to get through this day, you know, without being too emotional and too hurt and too pained, you know, because like I said, you know, it is a hard time for me, but I know if I talk about it, then, you know, it won't hurt as much. And I hope that what I'm saying can ease someone else's pain that is feeling the same thing that I'm feeling this morning, because their mother is no longer here on earth. But I just want to let you know, God's got this. You know, God is going to see us through this day, and we have to trust and believe. But the thing is about it, we have to realize that God's got this every day, not just on today. God's got this every day of the week, 7 days a week. God has his strong protecting arms around you and his shield, and he's shielding you and he's protecting you from all hurt, harm, and danger at all times. So you have to realize that no matter what you go through in life, no matter whether it's an emotional or whether it's physical, mentally, whatever you go through in life, you have to realize that God's got this. There is no burden that we can have that God cannot fix. There is no problem that is big, that is too big for God to solve. So we need to know that God's got this. So what we're feeling right now, we're feeling hurt and lonely and from missing our mom. Just know that God's got this. And I just challenge you, just go back to that happy place. Go back to that place to where you was most happy, you know, in the times with your mom. You know, I go back to the place and I think of a time, you know, when my mom, you know, she taught me how to iron. You know, she had the little ironing board out, and I was a little child. I believe I was maybe 8, 9, 10, maybe 12 years old, and she taught me how to iron. She said, hey, son, I'm going to teach you how to iron because you're going to get older, and I want you to know how to be responsible. So my mother taught me how to be a responsible person. And I love that about my mother. God rest her soul, even though she's up there in heaven with the angels and she's looking down on me right now. And she's my guardian angel that protects me. And I want you to know that your mother is your guardian angel that's protecting you as well if she has transitioned on to be with the Lord. So I just want you to know God's got this. We don't have to worry about certain situations in life because there's no problem or no situation that's bigger than God. God can solve your problems if you just keep the faith and trust and believe in him. So this is what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning life wake-ups is that no matter how you're feeling today, if your mother's no longer here on this earth in the physical realm, I just want you to know that God's got this. And I just want you to go to that happy place to when your mother was alive and you had those happy things with her. See, I reverted back to my childhood because those was one of the most precious times. But there were other precious times, but those were like the ones that I remember the most. But there were other times, you know, I remember times when, you know, my mother, you know, she kept me in line and I could always call her for advice when I needed her. And she was always there. So I hold those memories special in my heart, deep and near and true in my heart for her, because I know that she's my guardian angel looking over me. Just like my big sister that's up there in heaven, she's my guardian angel looking over me too. So, but I have to realize that, you know, God's got this. There's nothing that God cannot bear. There's nothing that God cannot handle. And I have to realize that God's got this right now, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter how emotional I'm feeling, no matter what I'm going through, no matter how much I'm missing my mom, no matter how much, I hate the fact that I can't call and wish a happy Mother's Day. I can't send her gifts. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to celebrate the mothers in my life today that are physically still here on this earth, and I'm going to celebrate them. And then I'm going to get my joy from celebrating them. And then that's going to allow me not to miss my mother so much. So that's what I encourage you to do. All the men and women, like the men, if you got a special woman in your life, your wife, or, your sister, or whoever it is, celebrate them on this day. Wish them happy Mother's Day. Call them and let them know how much you love them, and let them know, how happy you are that they're still in your life and on this earth, and tell them that and celebrate them. And now the missing that you have of missing your mother, of not physically being here, you can transition from that. You can renew your mind from thinking of the sadness of not having your mother here on this earth and being sad, and through the celebrating the people that you do have that's on this earth that are mothers today, and wishing them happy Mother's Day, and calling them and putting smiles on their face and telling them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. Because now that gives you a sense of comfort. Now the pain that you're feeling of missing your mother, it goes away slowly, because you have found a way to celebrate someone else that is a mother, to celebrate someone else, to wish them happy Mother's Day, even though you don't have your mother around to where you can wish her happy Mother's Day. But I can tell you right now, even though your mother's not here physically, on this earth like mine, I know my mother and my sister right now are looking down from heaven, my guardian angels, and they are watching me bring this morning inspiration and bring this morning life wake up to you, and this message to you to let you know that God's got this. There's no problem that God cannot solve. So I'm saying to you this morning, if you're feeling emotional and you're missing your mother like I am, then just know that God's got this. And celebrate the mothers that you do have that's still here physically on this earth. Call them up and wish them happy Mother's Day. Tell them how much you love them, and all those different particular things, and do those things. And now you will feel a sense of comfort, from how you feeling down from missing your mother. You will have that sense of comfort, and you will feel a whole lot better, and know that now you can get through this day, and you'll know that God's got this. So I'm just here to tell you this morning, no matter what you go through in life, just trust and believe that God's got this. When you go through your ups and downs in life, just know that God's got this. When you go through your sad moments in life, just know that God's got this. When you go through your financial troubles in life, just know that God's got this. When you go, whatever you're going through in life, whether it's mentally, physically, financially, it doesn't matter. Just know that God's got this. But we have to learn how to trust and believe in God, and know that God is God, and know that God can solve any problem that we have, no matter what we're going through. Because we know certain things happen in life, and we have those moments to where that button get pushed. And like this morning, this is one of the moments that my button has got pushed, because I'm very real emotional, because I'm missing my mom like crazy. But I have to know that, hey, my mom is still in my heart. She's still with me, no matter how much, I'm missing her. I got to know that those special memories of her is still in my heart. She's still in my heart. She's going to stay in my heart forever. And she's going to keep on encouraging me as my guardian angel, looking down on me from heaven to do better, to create an impact of change in the world, and to keep people encouraged to do better in life. So I'm just telling you right now, just know that God's got this. There's no situation that we can go through in life that God cannot get us through, that God cannot help us through. And we have to know that. We have to realize that, because a lot of times in life, we tend to let our emotions get the best of us. And now when our emotions get the best of us, we tend to cry, and then we be sad, and then we go get stressed out, and we go into all this anxiety. But the thing is, why should we take our body through all that turmoil and all that pain and all that hurt? Because, we're crying because we miss our mother. And I get that. And we're sad because we miss our mother. But the one thing we have to know, we have to hold those memories deep and close in our heart of the good times that we had with our mother. And I'm going to challenge you today, all the people out there today, that your mother has transitioned on to be with the Lord. This is what my challenge is to you. When you feel that sad moment of missing your mother today, use your subconscious mind way of thinking and create a picture of a visualization inside of your head of the most happiest moment that you had of your mother when she was here on this earth. No matter what it is, whether if it was a childhood memory, or if it was something as you grew older, or if it was some advice that she gave you, or whatever, you have those things. You have those things. Because I know, when my mom was alive, all she wanted from me was the best. And she used to always tell me, well, Greg, I believe in you, and I want the best for you. But she would always tell me when I was doing something wrong, she would never sugarcoat it and act like, she agreed with me doing wrong. She would tell me, because back when, when I was a heavy drinker, my mom used to tell me, she said, Greg, you know what? She said, you need to stay away from them cans, boy. She said, if you stay away from them cans, you will be the greatest man on earth. You will impact a lot of people's lives. You will make a difference in earth. You will make a difference on this earth, and you will impact people's lives because you have the talent. You are smart. You can do it. You have the voice to speak. You have what it takes to reach people. She said, but you have to get yourself right. If you don't get yourself right, you can't help no one else. And that was one of the things that always, rung in my mom. My mom used to always tell me. My mom, she used to write me letters, every week. I would get a letter from my mom. And in that letter, everything in that letter, the words in that letter would say, take care of yourself, son, and please stay away from them cans. But that was back in the time when, I had a heavy drinking problem. I was an alcoholic. But my mom, she was one of those ones that kept encouraging me to do better, and just by her encouraging me to do better, even though when she passed off of this earth, I hadn't overcame my addiction of alcohol, when she passed off of this earth, but just by her teaching and me hearing her voice, after she had left this earth and she was down in my heart, and I held a special place, and I would hear her voice, and she would say, son, you got to stay away from them cans, boy. You'll be smart. You'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do that. So just the thinking, just the thought of her telling me those things, it stuck with me. And it created me into the person that I am today because I believed in her. I believed in what she was telling me was right thing to do. But even though I was trapped in a situation of alcoholism and being an alcoholic, and when she was alive, and she used to just tell me all the time, just stay away from them cans. Stop doing all that, boy. Stop running the street. Stop doing this. You're not doing no good. You need to do some good, but at that point in time, like I said, I was doing, what I wanted to do. But my mother, she was always there encouraging me to do better. So those are the happy moments that we need to think about today. Think about those times when your mother encouraged you to do better, when you knew that you wasn't doing right, and she kept you in line and encouraged you to do better. And that will put that smile on your face. That will give you that happy place that you need to go back to on this day. Because like I said, I'm feeling sad, but I'm getting back to my happy place because I'm remembering all the good things and all the good times that I had with my mother when she was here on this earth. So that's what I'm saying to you in my morning life wake ups this morning. If you're feeling emotional because your mother's no longer physically here on this earth, just think about the good times that you had with her and cherish those memories deep in your heart. And that will put a smile on your face if you can learn how to use in visualization to visualize a picture of the most happiest moment. You know, I can tell you a great moment in life when I was very happy, you know, when my mother was alive, was when I graduated high school. You know, it was a joy to have my mother and my father there when I graduated high school to be there for me. It was a joy to have my mother and father come to my football games when I played football. It was a joy to have my mother and father come to my track meets when I ran track and all these different things that I did. And I have that joy in my heart. So now on this day, I'm going to rejoice on that joy that's inside of my heart of all those good memories that I had of my mother when she was here on this earth. And that's going to get me through this. So that's what I'm saying to you in my morning life wake ups this morning is that I hope and I pray that you find that joy deep down in your heart and you think of those happy moments of when your mother was here on this earth, and that'll get you through it as well. But you got to remember the most important thing is God's got this. There's nothing that God cannot handle or take care of. So if you're feeling emotional right now and you're missing your mother and things, and because she's no longer here on this earth, like I said, just know that God's got this. You know, God is going to see us through this day. You know, this day is very emotional to me. And I know if it's emotional to me, and my mother's been gone off this earth for 13 years. But even though she's been gone off this earth for 13 years, every time Mother's Day comes around, it's just like it was yesterday that she left this earth because of the pain of what I feel inside of missing her and knowing that I cannot call her and wish her happy Mother's Day. And I know there's someone else out there that's feeling the same way that I'm feeling today because they no longer have their mother on this earth too. So that's why I'm saying to you in this morning life wake ups is that God's got this. Just know that. Just know that there's nothing and no problem and no situation that God cannot handle if you just trust and believe in God and keep your faith wholeheartedly in God and stay rooted in God and in God's word, and he will see you through. So I'm just saying to you this morning, God's got this. If you're feeling emotional because your mother's no longer here on this earth, God's got this. Just know that. Just trust and believe that God's got this. God's going to see us through this day and celebrate the people that you have in your life that are mothers on this day. Wish them happy Mother's Day. Call them and tell them how much you love them and let them know, you know, that you love them and wish them happy Mother's Day. And that will give you the sense of peace that you need. So I just hope that morning, that message, you know, helps somebody on this day that's feeling emotional like I am for missing your mom. And I just want to let you know that God's got this. And like I said, I challenge you today, before you cry, before one tear comes out of your eyes from missing your mom today, if she's no longer here on this earth physically and you cannot call her and wish her happy Mother's Day, or you cannot go next door and hug her, I challenge you to go back to that most happy moment in life, or those happy moments. I named a few in my morning life wake up. Go back to that happy moment. Use your subconscious mind way of thinking and create a picture of visualization inside of your mind that takes you back to that happy place, to where you're not missing your mom so much today on this day. Because I went back to my happy place, and now, you know, I'm feeling better than what I was from the beginning. But it's only because I went back to that happy place time of when my mother, the joy that I had with my mother, you know, the joy that I had with my mother when we used to go grocery shopping, and she used to give me she used to give, we had a list. We used to go grocery shopping. My mom, she'd make a list, and then she used to have me push the cart. And then when I would push the cart and we go down the aisle and we pick out the items that she wanted off the list, and then once we picked out the items off the list, she would put a check mark by the list. And then she would know that she got that particular item. Those are the happy moments that I have in my heart of my mother being alive, you know, because it was a joy of me to be able to be around her at that time while she was shopping and me helping her shop, me being a little child, you know what I'm saying, and didn't know nothing, you know, about life. And one of the most things, you know, that my mother used to always tell me, and this holds true today, my mother used to always tell me, she said, boy, she said, one day you gonna have kids and your kids gonna put you through worse than what you put me through. And mama, God rest your soul, you was right. Because I have kids now and they take me through the ringer. But I've learned from my mother's teaching how to deal with them in certain situations. But that's because of my mother taught me how to do that, you know, and those are the joyous things that I have in my heart from her, you know, and those are the things, the memories that I hold forever. So that's what I want you to do this morning on this Mother's Day. If you're missing your mother, just think of the happy times if she's no longer here on this earth. And to all the mothers out there that are alive today, happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you all. God bless you. And I pray that God continues to bless you. And I just want to let you know, everybody out there today, if you have a mother that is still physically on this earth today, give her a phone call. If you're miles away, give her a phone call and tell her how much you love her. And if you stay right next door, go over and hug her. Because I'm going to tell you, when that day comes, when she's no longer here on this earth, it's going to hurt like crazy. So cherish the moments that you have with your mother right now, if she's still here on this earth. Because you know what? I would give $1,000,001 just to hug my mother one more time. And I know I will hug her one more time when we meet again in heaven. But those are the memories that I have, but I cannot physically hug her on this earth no more. So I'm letting you know, if you have a mother out there, and I don't care what's going on. I don't care if you've been mad at your mother. I don't care if things been going on. I don't care. Go hug your mother on today. Let that animosity go. Let whatever that's holding you back from going to hug your mother on the day and wish her happy Mother's Day. And remember that God's got this. God is going to see you through. All the people like me that is missing your mother on today, God has got this. And know that God has got this, and know that God is going to see you through this day, because it's an emotional day. And like I said, all the people that have mothers that are alive, go call them and wish them happy Mother's Day. I don't care. I don't care if you have not spoke to your mother in 6 months and you and your mother have been going through problems or whatever the situation may be on today. You need to let all that go, and you need to call your mother and wish her happy Mother's Day, because I can guarantee you, on the day when you no longer have that mother to call and wish her happy Mother's Day or hug, it's going to hurt like crazy. It's going to hurt like crazy, because it's hurting me like crazy right now. But you know what? I know that my mother and my sister, they want me to be strong on this day for them, because they was not the people my mother was not a woman that wasn't strong, and my sister was not a woman that wasn't strong. So on this day, Mabel Young and Iris Jean Foxworth, I am going to be strong on this day for you all, because I love you and you're deep down in my heart, and you will hold a special place in my heart forever. So I just want you to know that if you're going through the same thing that I'm going through, God's got this. And like I said, once again, I appreciate each and every one of you all for stopping by my Morning Life Wake Ups this morning. And I pray and I hope that what I said, you know, within my message, that God's got this, that it gets you through this day if you're feeling emotional because you no longer have your mother on this earth. And I just want to say thank you. I thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my Morning Life Wake Ups. And just do me a favor, like, comment, and share on this video, because I know that there's somebody out there this morning that's feeling emotional because they no longer have their mother on this earth, and they need to hear this. You know, they need to hear this. So I want them to know that God loves you, and so do I. And just know that God's got this. No matter what you're going through, you're feeling a little emotional, you're feeling a little down, God's got this. God is going to see you through this. So you have to know and trust him and believe. But I just want to say thank you. Like, comment, and share, and subscribe for my YouTube channel, because like I said, I do a lot of morning life wake ups, and I want to inspire people in time of feeling sad, or inspire people to move forward, to do better in life, to go further in life. But you cannot go further in life if you don't realize that God's got this. If you don't realize that there's no situation that you can go through that God cannot get you through. God's got this. Remember that. And if you can remember that, then you can know, and you can get on to the next level in life, to where you want to be, because you know that God's got this. God is by your side. God is helping you through every step of the way. So that's what we need to know on this morning. If you're one of those people, man or woman, that your mother is no longer here on this earth, just know that God's got this, and find that happy place to where you can go back and you can think of the most happiest time that you and your mother had on this earth when she was alive. And I guarantee you that'll put a smile on your face if you learn how to use your subconscious mind way of thinking and using visualization. But that's what you got to do. So this morning, I got a call to action. This is a product that is powered by Zence, and it's called Skin Tech. And this is a really, 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 really awesome product. And Skin Tech, it cleans, protects, moisturizes, and protects. So basically what it is it's an adhesive foam. You spray it in, you rub it in. Once you spray it in, you rub it in, and it works better than lotion. It doesn't, your hands does not stay ashy throughout the day after you've used it. You know, it's like an invisible glove. It protects you up to 4 hours from any type of bacteria, viruses, you know, whatever. So it's on my website at ZenceMakesSense.com. So if you're interested in purchasing it, it's on there to pre-order today. And like I said, up to 4 hours of protection. And when you wash your hands, it doesn't rub off. Once you apply it, you got 4 hours of protection, whether you wash your hands or not. And the thing about this product is it is alcohol free. You know, unlike hand sanitizer that has the alcohol in it that is no good for you, this product is an awesome product. It's been selling off the shelf. And I suggest, you know, if you want to keep yourself protected, check out my website at ZenceMakesSense.com and get your Skin Tech today. But just for you stopping by and listening to my morning live wake-ups this morning, I have a special gift for you. So click the link below at ZenceMakesSense.com and get your special gift. And like I said, on today, once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there today. God bless you. I love you. And I just want to tell each and every one of you all, thank you for stopping by. Like, comment, and share on this video. And God bless you all and have a blessed day. And if you're going out to work this morning, you know, drive safe on the highway. When you get to work, work safe. You know, if whatever you're doing today on this Mother's Day, just be careful and stay safe and stay happy. And once again, to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And God loves you, and so do I. And have a blessed day, and goodbye.